Hello there, I hope you are doing well. This is a quick guide on how to complete the Moon PsiOps Battlegrounds Grandmaster Nightfall. I'll first show you our loadouts, followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains barriers and unstops. The shields are arc and solo, with the threat being arc. At the time of recording, the surges were arc and void. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on through your Conqueror title. So always double check what the surges are and match your subclasses or weapons to them. Moving on to loadouts, we had a Warlock running well for survivability combined with Phoenix Protocol to get super energy upon getting kills inside the well. The Hunter ran Strand for rad clear and Shackle Grenades to suspend champs combined with a 6 Coyote for additional dodges. The Titan ran Stasis for clearing adds along with a Hoarfrost to create cover in the form of crystal walls. Moving on to weapons, the Warlock ran a Wish Ender for stunning barriers along with a Glaive for stunning unstops and a Machine Gun for rad clear. The Hunter ran a Scout Rifle for sniping along with a Blinding Grenade Launcher for blinding adds. For the Heavy they had a Machine Gun for rad clear. The Titan ran an Arbalest for stunning barriers combined with a Hand Cannon for stunning unstops, and finally they too ran a Machine Gun for ad clear. Now onto mods, starting with the class item. Run any of the mods to help reduce your ability cooldowns when using different abilities. You could also run the mods Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get your health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run mods for help with your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. You could also run Scavenger mods to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. On your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from the boss's explosive attacks. Also run an Arc Resist mod because incoming arc damage is increased by 25%. For gauntlets, run any mods that boost your ability regen or create Orbs of Power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a Heavy Ammo Finder mod on along with some Ashes to Assets to get a super back on grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Once you spawn in, rotate forward until you get to these stairs. There will be a couple of heavy ammo boxes within this area near the edges, so feel free to use some of your heavy but collect it as a group. Once the first person picks it up, the box will despawn after 1 minute. There is going to be plenty of Acolytes and Knights, so take your time clearing them out. Once the area is fairly clear, push up to this wall which will cause the next wave to spawn in. You can either use this wall for cover or fall back to the stairs. In front of you will be a barrier champion, so focus on clearing the adds around it first to make it an easier target. Killing it will spawn in more adds, including an Unstop champ above the tunnel in front of you. Clear the area out and then use that high ground against the adds on the other side. Among them will be a Lightbarer Knight and an Unstop champ along with plenty of thrall that will rush you. Also at the back of the map will be a Hive ship which will lock onto you and it can one-shot you. Use the pillars and stairs around you to block the ship's attacks whilst luring the Unstop away from the rest of the adds. Be careful though because the thrall will rush you at random points. Once the Unstop dies, a barrier champion will spawn in next to the Lightbearer, so you can either use the top side of a tunnel or the inside of it. The tunnel is a risky area because the Lightbearer can throw its shield at you and get all 3 of you killed. A well in some cases is enough to survive it if it does happen. It doesn't matter which one you get rid of first because usually they'll be tightly packed together so you can get rid of them both in quick succession. Killing them will spawn in another Unstopped champ in the middle and it will begin to rush you, so freeze it, suspend it or lure it away from the rest of the adds. Just like before, you can either use the high ground or the walls in the middle of the area for cover. There is going to be plenty of thrall, acolytes and knights everywhere, so keep your distance and continue sniping at them. After a couple of waves, a barrier will spawn and you need to get rid of it as quickly as you can. Whilst fighting it, if you clear too many adds around it, another wave of adds will spawn, including another Unstop and a barrier champ. Among them will be also a mini boss knight that will rush you, so keep an eye out for it. Once most of the adds are cleared, your objective will be complete and after a few seconds any remaining adds will despawn, including the champs. If this happens and you lose a champion by despawning, you will only get gold at the end instead of platinum. However, you should still get the full rewards. Continue to push forwards past the Scarlet Keep towards the rocky cliffs. There will be 2 barriers waiting for you there along the group of thrall and cursed thrall down to the path on the left. Take those out first before focusing on the barriers so that they do not get in the way. Up next you have a ritual chamber where you need to bank burdens to progress forwards. Start by clearing the area in front of you of any adds. Among them will be a witch and killing them is what drops the burdens in the form of motes. Have one person pick it up and bank it in the middle, then rotate to the right side for cover. This will spawn plenty of acolytes, thralls and 2 champs, an Unstop and a barrier. Use the bottom of the stairs for cover on the right side and chain your supers. Suspend or freeze one of the champs so you can deal with them one at a time. Now the ads will keep spawning around you, so only clear out those around the witches so that it is easier to collect the burdens. There are 3 chalices like pillars around the room that need to be completed with the burdens, so have one person pick up 3 burdens and bank it in the middle to complete it. This will spawn 2 Lightbarer Acolytes, one on the left and one on the right next to you. Focus fire on the closest and use 1 or 2 supers to help clear the area along the Lightbarer. You have around 20 seconds before the second Lightbarer runs from the left side of the map over to you, at which point you want to use your third super to help control the flow of the ads, and just like before, use the bottom of the stairs for cover. Collect another 4 burdens and bank them on the right side chalice. You can carry a max of 3 at a time, so have a 4th on the ground ready for collection. Activating the right side will spawn in another barrier and unstop along with Shrieker in the middle and a mini ogre. Use the bottom of the stairs and wait for them to come to you. Use 1 super at a time when needed and don't overextend. Get rid of a Shrieker, followed by the unstop first and then the remaining champ. Then it's just a matter of collecting another 4 burdens. This time there won't be any more champs or Lightbearers. There will still be plenty of ads, so clear the areas out first before trying to bank them, and don't forget to collect your heavy ammo box from the middle of the room afterwards. Up next you will have the bridge, which will contain 2 unstops. Sit at the back and take them out at a distance, but don't stay there once you kill them. You need to push up to the middle of the bridge, because if you stay at the back you'll have a Shrieker constantly spawning behind you that will repeatedly shoot you in the back. Just stay in the middle and use the left and right side spikes for cover. Clear out the ads and damage the boss until you get teleported into the boss room. Now this is where it can get tricky, because there is a lot here that will one-shot you. You need to activate the middle to start the boss room, but before doing so, place down any supers that are not roaming supers, because you will get a fresh one. Now you have 2 towers on the left and right sides. You can use them for cover, but the boss and the ads can rush you. Instead, if you stay here at the back and use the walls on the left and right sides, you can safely snipe the ads and the boss. Every so often a knight will come into range, or the boss's long range attacks might hit you, but otherwise it is the least dangerous part of the room. The ads will continue to spawn, so focus on the boss and occasionally take a few ads out if they get too close or give you a weird look. Once you load the boss's health by a full bar, she'll disappear and her projection will spawn in. There will also be an unstop and a barrier in the middle. Her projection has 2 attacks, a long range one which consists of explosive arc balls, or a lightning storm which will one-shot you on impact. If you stay at the back, the lightning storm will never hit you, however her explosive attack can. Since you are so far away, it is easier to predict where her shots will land, and therefore you can avoid them using the walls for cover. The Acolytes can also throw grenades at you, but the angle of a platform causes them to fly over your head and into the abyss behind you. If the Acolytes get on your far left or right flank, they can hit you, so keep an eye on those side ledges. Take out the unstop first, followed by the barrier champ. Then you can focus on the projection, and the only way to kill it is using the spear in the middle of the room. Be careful to not go for it while she is doing her lightning attack. Instead, wait for it to pass and then quickly pick it up before retreating back to the front of a room. Once done, the boss will reappear along with more ads, so once again keep sniping and clearing the ads out. This time when you load the boss's health by a bar, 2 projections will spawn in on the left and right sides along with spears next to them. Choose a side to do first and have 2 people rotate to it. I suggest the left because the right has more cover and therefore the projection's attacks will be mostly blocked. One person can stay at the front to focus on ad clearing the mini ogre in the middle of the map. You can pick up either of the spears and use it against the projection and even the ads on the ground, because they will keep respawning. Once the left is dead, focus on the right side. You can quite literally stay on the opposite side of the map from the projection, because the spears will automatically track onto the targets. Then it's just a matter of killing the boss. There won't be anything else to deal with other than minor ads, so you can use the front of the room and the walls for cover to safely snipe at the boss without the boss being able to hit you back. And there you have it, that's how you complete the Moon's PsiOps Battlegrounds on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.